We should not ignore the truth because the truth does not disappear when we ignore it. And sometimes in life, people live in fantasy and they choose to ignore the truth, not realizing that the things we ignore or push away, we will end up seeing again in life. So it doesn't matter what you do or what you choose to forget, you cannot forget what you saw or seen. You can ignore it, but it will pop right back up. So I'm going to share a few different facts in life that people must realize and should not ignore. Number one, the average human life is really short. Have you ever heard a person says life is cut off too short or life is too short? That is true. You can be here today and be gone tomorrow. So whoever's in your life, make sure you tell them that you love them and that you appreciate them, because life can be taken away from us at the flash of a light. Life is not taken from us the natural way how it used to be, where we would die at 200 years old. These days, people go to work and school and end up falling or end up getting in an accident and then they're gone. So that saying is really truthful. Life is really short. So I say this to say this. Do not ignore death, but don't be afraid of it either. Live your life today. Live your life right now. We should only be afraid of a life we have never lived because we were too afraid to take action. Death is definitely a big loss in life, but the greatest loss is what dies inside us when we choose to not try the things that we have always wanted to try while we are still young. You don't ever want to have regrets at 80 years old, 90 years old, saying, I wish I would have did that. So live your life. Do not live your life for the government, for your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your husband, your girlfriend. If you choose to get a certificate, get a certificate. If you want to get a degree, get a degree, but live your life for you. If you want to go to school for computer science or anthropology or art, do it. Don't live this life for nobody else. Live it for yourself because you don't want to have regrets in the end. So be bold, be courageous, be scared to death because we cannot ignore death, but always walk your path. Walk your path seeking the truth and walk your path living your life with your head up. Don't ever have any regrets. Number two, you will only live the life you create for yourself at this moment. Your life that you are creating is for you to live it. Other people already created their life. Move on with life. Enjoy it while you are young. Go through life, experience life. If you are in middle school, experience that first relationship. Experience your first kiss. Live the life that you are supposed to live right now and transition through life. Don't ever have no one tell you you're too young to have a boyfriend or girlfriend. That just means you're too wild. You're too young. No, you're not. You're just living your life. You're living a life that other people lived before you. So why can't you live it? Go through life. You have to enjoy every chapter in your life. I never got to experience every chapter in my life, but I'm living my life now. So whatever age you are, live that chapter. Enjoy middle school. Enjoy college. Enjoy high school. Enjoy your first heartbreak. Enjoy it all. But at the end of the day, always motivate yourself. We can all persuade you to do things, but you have to motivate yourself and you have to live it for yourself. We can all walk with you, but just remember some of us are not in your shoes. So the path you are creating, live it. Don't be scared. Do not be scared to get up one day and change your major in college. Don't be scared to get up one day and say, I don't like the way I look. I want to change it. Because at the end of the day, this is your life. If you want to get plastic surgery, do it. Live your life, because I'm sure our parents before us used to do the same thing. Don't ever let nobody in life make you feel guilty for doing things that other people have done. Because I promise you, if you allow people to create a life for you or to create your life, you are going to be miserable in life. Make your own decisions for yourself. It's okay to make errors. It's okay to make mistakes, because as you become older in life, you will look back on the life that you had. So live your life. Don't have regrets. Number 3, being busy does not mean being productive. A lot of people like to use the word, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. But you're really not busy and you really are not being productive. Please stop using the word busy very loosely, because a lot of people use the word busy just to pretend that they're doing something, or because they're lazy and they don't want to do the work. Now, if you really are busy and productive, feel free to use the words. But other than that, being busy does not mean being productive. Number 4, every kind of failure always comes before our success. And failing in life does not mean you are a disappointment. I failed before in life, and I used to think I was a disappointment, but then I thought about it. I'm like, I'm not a disappointment. This is just my first attempt in learning. This is my first attempt in learning. So how can I fail at something if this is my first time? I'm just learning along the way. Sometimes life tells us, oh, you failed. Why did I fail? Because this does not fancy you? I didn't fail. I can't fail if I never learned how to do it before. But now that I know what I know, I'm going to get better at it. So go through life knowing that this is your first attempt. Think of driving. All of us may not be the best drivers because we never did it before. And some of us may fail the test, not realizing this is our first attempt. It's okay. Get up, brush your shoulders off, and do it again. And keep going and going and going and going until you become perfect. So failure is not always bad. It is something that comes. It's something that happens before our success comes. We cannot avoid mistakes or errors, but we can learn along the way. So don't be afraid to fail. Just keep going through life, because at some point, all of us have been there. Just dust your shoulders off and enjoy your path. Number 5, thinking and doing are two very different things. We can all think about what we want to do, but are we really doing it? For example, somebody can get up and say, I'm going to the gym. Okay, that's what you said out loud. But how did you apply your actions with your words? Did you get up and go to the gym and apply for a gym card or not? People say, I want to better myself. I don't know what that means, but if you want to better yourself with higher education, that's great. Congratulations. But how are you applying yourself? Did you get up and register? Just something to think about. So, thinking and doing are two very different things. Number 6, you do not have to sit and wait for somebody to apologize to you. Do not sit around and wait for an apology. People will be people. People are just evil. That's just what it is. And we are human. It's okay to be in your feelings. It's okay to have grudges. That's just what it is. We're human. So it's okay to feel what you want to feel. But at the same time, do not stress yourself out waiting for something that would never happen. Stop asking a person for an apology. For what? That person did what they did is what it is. Don't sit around and wait for answers. Sometimes the answer is right in front of you. And life can get so much better or easier when you accept things for what they really are. Find peace in that. Don't dwell on it. If they don't want to give you an apology for cheating on you or backstabbing you, it is what it is. Allow yourself to continue going through your life and just play it cool, because that's just how people are. People are evil. There's nothing we can do about it. People lie, cheat, steal. I mean, just look at the world we're living in today. It is what it is. Don't force people to apologize to you, especially if they don't mean it. Number 7, some people are not the right match for you. Sorry to say it, but I'm speaking the truth. Do not force connections with people just because they are there. Do not force yourself to stay in a friendship or a relationship just because you've known that person for 10 years. What does that mean? It doesn't matter if you've known somebody for 10 years. That person that you have known your whole life could sometimes be your enemy. Sometimes they may not be the person who is your soulmate. That's just something to keep in mind. Number 8, it is not another person's job to love you or to congratulate you when it comes to your accomplishments. And this is something that I wish people will understand. Whatever you go through life, when you get a GED, a certificate, your first car, it's okay to be excited. But why are you waiting for other people to say, congratulations, you did it. I'm so proud of you, or blah, blah, blah. Be proud of yourself first. Love yourself first. Be your own best friend. Do not depend on other people just because you want to hear those words. I love you, or I'm happy for you, or congratulations. Love yourself first. Be happy for yourself first. Clap for everything that you have done for yourself first. Period. Why must you make yourself seen through other people? I have never done that ever in life. Whatever I have done for myself, I always tell myself that I am proud of myself before another person says it to me. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be happy for myself. That's just what it is. No one cannot make me happy the way I make myself happy. Number 9, what you have or what you own is not who you are. So don't get too caught up in that title. For example, there are lots of people who have a nice car and nice house, and they feel that they are better than the next person, and they feel that they are successful because they have that and the next person doesn't. Don't get too comfortable with that, because the things that we purchase or buy is just stuff. It's just borrowed stuff. Anybody could come in and take it away from us. So that ego that you have needs to be deflated, because this life that we have is just borrowed. The things that we have is borrowed. It can actually be taken away. It's just materialistic things. You can have a house or think you own a house. Stop paying that mortgage and see who really owns the house at the end of the day. Do you own that land? You don't own that land. So stop thinking you're successful just because you have the glamorous life. The illusions are real, and a lot of people fall for these illusions, and they see other people with the money, the car, the career, and they think that's what success is. And the people who have that like to tease other people, and it's like, calm down, because you have it and it could be taken tomorrow or the next week. So don't ever get too comfortable with anything in life. Number 10, everything changes every day. The way of life, the way of learning changes every day. The education system changes every day. Working changes every day. How much people get paid changes every day. Life is happening every day, and we are getting taught new things in life. So don't ever be lost in a box and think that everything is the same. No. What you learn today may become something different tomorrow. You know, there are lots of people who went to school before us in the 40s, in the 50s. The way they learned in school is completely different from what we are learning right now. So don't ever think that everything is life is the same thing, because it's not. Because if it's the same thing, why are we paying $3,000 for rent versus $100? Everything changes. Keep that in mind. 10 years from now, when a new generation comes in, things will change. Just something to keep in mind, you guys.